Hi, my name is Darcy Cole, and I'm the 4-H Program Coordinator in McLeod County. I would like to thank you first of all for taking a few minutes of your time to learn about how to add excitement into your 4-H club meetings. As we think about our club gatherings, I want us to think a little bit outside the box. A club meeting doesn't need to be a structured, formal meeting with the president residing over it. Instead, it can just be a gathering of youth and volunteers in the name of 4-H to do something fun. The only requirement that the Minnesota 4-H program has around club meetings is that we meet at least 6 times throughout the year. What those meetings look like or how we do them is entirely up to us. If you are going to have a formal club meeting, which I'm not saying is a bad thing by any means, just need to keep in mind there are a ton of ways to make kids want to come back. Our goal with the 4-H club meeting should be always to leave our kids wanting more. This video is going to give you some ideas of ways that you can make your club meetings even more fun. So to start that out, here's some ideas. First of all, silly dress-up days. You can plan these however you want to. Basically, it's just a way for kids to get together to have fun and be silly at your club meeting. Your meeting could look almost exactly the same as it usually does, just kids will come dressed according to some type of theme. Another idea is to give out rewards for participation. So if kids are moving a motion or discussing something or seconding, a great way to get them to continue to do that or to incentivize that is to hand out candy or some other kind of little prize to them. Another great idea to keep your club meetings fun is to provide a backwards meeting. So with this, you would start the meeting with a motion for adjournment and then go backwards from there. Those that really want to get into this idea may even choose to have their members dress backwards for the entire meeting. Another great idea is to change up your seating. It is very common in our 4-H clubs for us to sit in rows with our club officers in the front and then rows of kids facing them with our members and our parents. It might be kind of fun for you to change up that seating and maybe try sitting in a circle or some other way because it will change up the dynamic of your club meeting. Another idea is to bring in guest speakers. There are a huge ton of experts in our community that can talk about just about anything, so all we have to do is ask them. Doing that brings in some new expertise into our club, but also allows us to make some connections with new people. Field trips are another great way to change up our club meetings. It could be something as simple going shopping for a family in need during the holidays, could be a trip to a state park, could be a overnight camping trip, whatever your club decides to take on. The important part is to keep in mind that you're doing something fun that takes you out of your normal setting. Another idea is to have a secret word contest, and with this, the secretary would read their minutes of the previous meeting, just like they normally would, but they would insert a secret word into them. Members would then listen closely to determine what that word might be, and then members would try to use that word at some point during the meeting, and if they did so, they would receive a prize for that. Some examples could be a word like popsicle, pillow, jelly bean, clover, whatever you can think of. For your younger members, you may need to tell them what that secret word is, so just keep that in mind as well. Another idea is to have theme meetings, and this could be related to your dress-up ideas or it could be something totally different. In a theme meeting, people could dress or could not, whatever you choose to do. You could decorate the location according to that theme, provide treats, recreation, whatever it might be, all revolving around that same theme. Another great idea is to hold a parents meeting. So for this, you would let the parents do all of the work during the meeting. Parents would hold the offices, do the project talks, conduct all the recreation, do everything that your youth would do at a normal club meeting. Another idea is to draw your meeting out of a hat, and with this you would cut up the order of your club meeting, so basically your agenda, and then you would place slips of paper into some type of container to draw out of, and you would draw a slip of paper and that would be the first item that you would do during your meeting, and then you would continue until every item was drawn out of that container, and it just provides a little bit of change to your meeting and excitement. Another great idea is to hold a trivia contest throughout your meeting. So with this, you could use a junior trivial pursuit game or a brain quest, or even create your own questions about any topic you can think of. Your president would then announce throughout your meeting whenever you would be doing a trivia question. Then they could ask a club member to go ahead and ask a question to the rest of your club. With that, whoever answers that correctly or closest to correctly would receive a prize for their answer. And throughout your club meeting, you just never know what members might learn by doing some of those trivia things. Another great idea is to make sure that you are incorporating community service projects into your club meetings. That's a lot of what 4-H is about giving back to our community and learning the value of that, and doing those community service projects allows our youth to do just that. It also keeps things fun and exciting and helps them to be able to give back to those that need things more than they might. So in summary, just want to kind of go through a few points with you. First of all, it's very important that we make it a priority to add excitement to our 4-H club meetings, and to remember that a club meeting doesn't necessarily have to be a formal meeting with an agenda. It can simply be a gathering together of youth and adults in the name of 4-H. We also want kids to be asking to come to 4-H, and the only way that we can get kids wanting to ask their parents to come is to make it fun. We don't want it to have to be a struggle within households for parents to be forcing their kids to come to a 4-H club meeting. Adding creativity to your club meetings does not need to be hard. It can be really simple. It can be some super small things like you saw throughout this video, or if you really want to go crazy, you could do some bigger, greater things as well. Finally, I want to let you just think about how you can utilize youth in planning for fun. Your club officers probably are going to be more creative than we are as adults. So ask them to plan things, ask them for ideas. They will be some of your greatest resources in making things fun. With that, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes, and I hope that you found some things in this video to be useful.